Alright, so I've got my WE SCAR Airsoft BB rifle, and we're doing the field test portion of this review. We're going to start off with the chronograph test. Now I'm using 0.25 gram BBs here, and I'm starting off with the CO2, so I've got the CO2 magazine in my WE SCAR, and we're going to shoot 5 rounds through the chronograph. Then I'm going to come back and shoot with the propane just to see what kind of difference we're going to get. So we're going to do 5 rounds first, let the gun warm up, then come back and do 5 rounds with the propane. Alright, here we go. CO2 first. And we didn't get anything. Let's try again. Alright, 317. There we go. That's a little better. 295. 383. 296, a little all over the map. We're going to shoot another one here. Alright, so I wanted to do 6 rounds just to even it out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come back and we're going to try the propane next. Alright, so we're back with the WE SCAR Airsoft BB rifle, and I've got my propane magazine in here. We're going to shoot 5 rounds through the chronograph and see what kind of feet per second we get with propane versus CO2. Alright, here we go. Well, that's pretty interesting. One more, just for fun. We're getting well above 400, so I'm not sure if the magazine, my CO2 magazine, perhaps the valve on it is not releasing as much CO2 as the propane magazine is. So you can see here, we're up into the 400 plus feet per second with propane, which normally propane would be a little bit lighter recoil and lighter feet per second. The CO2 did seem to have more punch though. When I shot it, it felt like it had more kick. So I'm a little perplexed here, using the same gram BBs and everything. So it may just come down to the actual CO2 magazine. Alright, so at this point we're going to move on to the accuracy portion of this test, and I'll just be using the propane for this part of the test. Alright, so I have my WE SCAR here. We're going to shoot 5 rounds on this target from 30 feet back. I'm using propane gas and the 0.25 gram BBs. I'm using a semi-rested position. We're going to shoot 5 rounds in semi-auto. See how we do. Now, I've been playing around with this gun today, and I haven't been getting very good groups. Now, I did clean this gun, and there was a lot of cleaner that I used inside of it. It may be getting on the BBs and doing something, I'm not sure. But the first time I tried this gun out, when I first got it, it was shooting really nice and accurate. So I'm not really sure what the combination is here, but hopefully I can get a decent group for you. Now, after I shoot the 5 rounds in semi-auto, we're going to take a look at the target, see how well we did. Then I'm going to go back and shoot the rest of this magazine in full auto. Alright, here we go. I believe this bolt has been racked already. Let's see how we do here. Alright, it's safe. Let's go check this out here. Yeah, again, like this really doesn't make sense to me. This grouping is just all over the place. And I have no idea why. I've played around with my scope. I'm using a combination of open and red dot sights to make sure that nothing is moving around. And yet, I cannot get a nice grouping. Really, really strange. It may be the high velocity in these BBs not working well together. Anyways, we're going to shoot in full auto. This is what the test results indicated, so what can I say? Alright, so full auto. And that's it. Well, it certainly sprayed the target pretty good. Now the cycle rate was pretty slow, so I'm not sure if this propane is doing something kind of unusual. I think the CO2 tends to cycle a little bit faster. Some strange things are going on with this gun. But anyways, that's what this test result has concluded. I may go back and try this with CO2 at some point just to see if there's a difference. Alright, so let's move on to the Mayhem can shooting portion of this test. Alright, I lied. I'm back and we're going to do this test over again with CO2. It was driving me nuts. I gotta know, and so I'm sure you guys gotta know what's going on. Now I've got a CO2 mag in here. I've got about 20 something rounds in it. So we're going to start off with 5 rounds, semi-auto, take a quick peek, see how it did. Then we're going to come back and shoot in full auto. Alright, semi-auto. There we go. The first one didn't do anything. There was nothing chambered. Still not the group that I'm used to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I fired 6 rounds. That's about a 5-inch, 6-inch group. Not what I'm used to. What I'm used to shooting when I first got this gun. Could be the cleaning material that I've used in it. Maybe it's gotten into the barrel. Maybe it's spinning off of these BBs. Anyways, this is what I'm getting. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to shoot the rest of this magazine full auto. Going to be doing some bursts. And that's it. Well, you can definitely hear the rate of fire is significantly higher with CO2, and I think the gun performed better for me. Now, it's not performing like I really want it to, and I really think the difference between my shooting tests was that I cleaned this gun out. And I did use some silicone-based cleaner. Maybe I applied a little too much. Anyways, we're going to do the Mayhem test now. So hopefully you enjoy that. Alright, it's time for the can Mayhem. I've got, I don't know, what do we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 cans it looks like. Sitting perched on that ledge. I'm going to get all these high-speed cameras. I got one up there, one over here. I've got my main camera here recording the whole thing. And of course, the action cam. Hello. I've got 2 magazines ready to go. I don't know if we'll get through them all. Not really sure how well these BBs are going to affect these cans. They're all full of water. After I get my high-speed cameras going, we're going to go back 20 feet. And this video will conclude the field test of the Scar Airsoft BB rifle. And here we go. And here we go. This gun's cold. That's it. This gun's cold. It's not shooting anymore. I may not have actually filled up that last propane tank. So that's about it. Might have been my bad on this last one. I may not have actually put propane in it. So either the gun's cold or this propane is done. It's not exactly warm today. But anyways, looks like we penetrated a lot of these cans. Did some damage. Hopefully it looks good on high speed. Thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. And until next time, take care.